Welcome to the Syndicate. I'm your host, RZA786.
And I'm your co-host, Political P, aka Mr. Brianni.
What's good, Op?
Good, man. It's been a while. We had to catch up. Good to be back on the platform.
Real talk. Real talk. I know y'all thought we done bounced. Y'all thought we gave up. No, we back with a vengeance.
Exactly.
We back with a vengeance. So what's new? What's new? What's new?
Well, just trying to, reestablish everything back again, and based on the experience that I'm bringing to the table. Just networking and just bringing things back into perspective, and just trying to put in some work,
Right.
Get into some position. Yeah. How you been doing over there?
Hey, holding it down. If you're holding it down, drinking my chamomile tea right here.
Right.
Good for low sugar.
I got my red coffee.
Okay. All right.
About to get high on some Folgers.
Well, this is gonna put me to sleep.
Oh, that's what's up.
Chamomile. This is gonna relax me. I'm an Aries, and we.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
yeah.
But this is also good for the blood sugar. This also lowers the blood sugar. Chamomile. I mean, it got a host of benefits.
Where's it made from? Where's it made out of? Who makes it?
Chamomile is a flower.
Right, but I'm saying, like, do you know who the manufacturer is? People who you're getting it from?
Badia.
And this flower, where does it originates from?
It's grown a lot, pretty much across the globe. India, the Himalayas, somewhat not, pretty much just across the globe. Pretty much across the globe.
It lowers your blood sugar. What else does it do?
Lowers your blood sugar, calms the nerves. You know what I'm saying? Like people who got if you have anxiety issues, drink chamomile.
Well, you needed something to Pops. He needs some.
Leave Pops alone.
Pop needs some. Pop get in on you. You know what I mean? He need. He can exert that energy on that tea and relax him, so he can, give it to us in a sweet way.
No doubt.
Without pushing his anxiety.
No doubt. I mean, it's a deep thing because if folk who suffer from insomnia, chamomile. Drink chamomile. Like, I don't suffer from insomnia, you feel me? But it does, I drink it at night before going to sleep, and it just relaxes me. Okay? Now, chamomile is also known as sleepy time tea. Y'all know that herbal tea called sleepy time? That's chamomile.
Well, that's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but I think most people from US, they want to get turned up.
Yeah. Well, in what kind of way?
I don't know.
What kind of way?
You know what I mean? Can it turn up in the happy ending way?
Well, what you need for that? I got something for that.
What you got for that?
No alcohol, non-alcohol. We ain't alcoholics here.
Right.
We ain't alcoholics. Going to my little stash. This is for the fellas. And the ladies, if you got husbands and boyfriends and all that kind of stuff, this is what you want to get your men on. Especially if they're like 35 plus years old. Okay? Saw Palmetto.
Well, you gotta give us some sort of link or description or something. You know what I mean? Like, so they can have a reference to go by. Like, maybe somebody on the down low want to just find out. And then you can share that information.
We'll do that.
Or how you can be of assistance.
So Palmetto. Pygeum. Right. Prostate, gentlemen. Prostate. This is preventive healthcare. Okay. Last but not least, zinc. Zinc. Let me tell y'all something. Semen is 90% zinc. Semen. All right. So for all y'all out there who are busting every day, you're losing a whole lot of zinc.
Or the semen lovers out there that love semen. You want to increase that semen intake on your face or wherever it's going to be, you know, you go ahead and get that semen buster.
You be like Niagara Falls. You be like Niagara Falls. Real talk. You be like Niagara Falls. Your girl, your wife, your girl, your whatever. She gonna be happy. She gonna be happy.
Right. You wanna make sure y'all got some kids on the way. You be all right.
Hey, I'm telling you, you don't want that sperm that's tired, looking all beat down and just.
Well, what about making sure it's clean? Because there's a lot of times men don't know that can prevent them from having children due to their toxins in their semen.
What's clean?
The semen itself.
Well, that goes into diet now. You are what you eat. You are what you eat. Okay. I mean, there was a saying back in the day, called like you got that bad sperm gene, that bad sperm germ. You feel me? This is for the ladies. This is for the ladies now. This is for the sisters. You gotta watch who you open yourselves up to, okay? Because sperm ain't the same. Sperm ain't the same. Sperm is not the same. You got some cats with bad sperm, man. All kind of demons up in it. All kinds of stuff. Have you jammed up? You be delivering demon children.
Yeah, you sound like that Nigerian lady that was talking about the hydroxyclean, whatever they call that. She was this Nigerian lady. She was amongst a host of doctors talking about the COVID-19 solution, and that we don't have to wear masks on, and then there's but then at the same time you need hydrochloroquine, something like this that they're taking. But then they start doing due diligence on it. She's a religious lady, Christian religious lady, and she's mentioning those certain topics, in terms of integrating or having sex with people who are demons, or having some sort of demons or some spiritual demons in them. So it's real.
This is real.
But people don't know that. That's true. Like what she was saying was actually true. It sounds kind of crazy to the average person, but this lady's a medical doctor. So she ain't crazy. You can't be a medical doctor and most people who are intelligent, or let's say genius, that actually generates from Jinn. That means you've been, some sort of someone who's talented. But she's not an idiot. She's very intelligent. She's not stupid. How can she be a practicing medical doctor? Okay. And, she's saying such things like that. So, people always got their opinions on other people, but, they don't really dig deep in and really find out the facts. And I think that comes with investigation and research and really trying to see, what you can learn from, not that you just dependent on other people's opinion or their suggestions or what their viewpoint is. And you just ride with it, ignorantly. Right. So, yeah, just going back to what you were saying, semen, man, like if it's a clean semen, and then just anything, just the forces and spirit, people don't have, they say vibes, they use certain, vernacular when they use certain terms, but you're right. Our women and our men should be conscious of the type of people, who they associate themselves with or fall in love with.
Yeah, who you laying up with? Who you laying up with? Yeah.
A lot of things come with it. There's a lot of unseen spirits that we don't know and we don't see. That's there, and they're right in between it.
A lot of times when folk have wet dreams, peep game, y'all. A lot of folk who have wet dreams all the time, or pee to bed. When you're a little kid, you pee to bed a lot. Some kids pee to bed a lot. Yeah. A lot of times that's Jinn, that's interference of Jinn. You know what I'm saying? Now, jinns, for those of you who don't know, are another creation, another one of God's creations created from smokeless fire. And they operate. They're
a race of creation. They're average like anybody else. They're just, you know, they have their communities, they have their tribes, they have their society, they have their languages, their religions, their beliefs. They have all these things. You know, they're created by God. You know what I mean? So you're right.
Right. You know, and they operate within a different dimension. You know what I'm saying? Like they can flip-flop between dimensions. So you're in the dream realm and they jump right up into the dream.
Ooh. That's true.
And you in there, you dreaming, right? And this chick is doing this stuff, or if you're a woman, this cat's going in, and it'd be a straight Jinn. I'm not saying every case. I'm saying this is how they do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You wake up, you're wet. And you're like, what happened to me? How did I get here? You just got your back blown out by a Jinn. Just keeping it real. Just keeping it real. He just went in on you.
Hey, or you busted on one.
Yes. This is real talk.
Yeah.
And this is how, because you know, I mean, this is a deeper topic than what we're going into, but we're just touching up on a few different things, just to give y'all a little heads up. This is how people have Jinn children and don't even know it, because they get into the womb at the time of intercourse, and you give birth to a straight half Jinn. Demons out here running around wreaking havoc. So that's a spiritual thing, but physically, in terms of just cleaning the urinary tract and all of that, what is that? Corn. You know the corn whiskers. You know when you buy corn on the cob?
Yeah, the yellow, the little corn. Yeah, I know you're talking about the thing that did. Yeah.
Yes, that right there. You can rinse it off, wash it off.
It's like a corn grass. It's like a yellow grass.
Yeah. Right. You wash it off and you boil it and drink it like a tea. That's a urinary tract cleanser. But this Pygeum is also, this is for men, is good for the urinary tract. Now Pygeum is a bark. Okay? Y'all need this, man. Saw palmetto is good for the prostate as well. Excellent for the prostate. Now, saw palmetto grows it's indigenous to South Carolina. A lot of the Native Americans use saw palmetto. Okay? In the zinc, you know, this right here is gonna leave you putting in that work. So using all of these three things, these minerals and supplements, will help you to maintain a healthy reproductive system. Okay? This is primarily for men. Okay? You don't want no prostate issues. It's all preventive health care. Preventive. A lot of men, especially black men, get prostate cancer. Now, check this out. They did studies. Now, I don't know why it affects Americans, Black Americans versus Africans. I think it's a climate thing as well as a food thing. But they said that one of the contributing factors to prostate cancer is high testosterone levels. And they determined that black men have the highest testosterone levels. I mean, we're not surprised, but we know that already. But medically, it's medically proven. This is a contributing factor in prostate cancer. Now, I'm sure it has a lot to do with diet as well, because if that's the case, prostate cancer will be big in Africa and in the Caribbean, and it's really not. It seems to be a United States thing with blacks. So that leads me to believe diet in climate probably. You know what I'm saying? But it's just something for y'all to keep your eyes open for. That's all. Keep your eyes open. And for sisters who have husbands, okay, or boyfriends, or whatever you're doing in society, you have a loved one you care about, that who you know is suffering from some things they don't want to really talk about because of they may be embarrassed. You know, maybe he's a little impotent or something like that. We'll, you know.
Give it to him as a gift.
Give it to him as a gift. All three. Get all three. You can buy all three of these for under $20. Under $20. Walmart, CNC, whatever. All natural. All natural. Real quick. Now these are, now I don't know. They're supposed to be vegetarian, whatever, but I don't know. I don't trust it. Because a lot of these things are, this is gelatin. Now, I don't know if it's an animal gelatin or a vegetable gelatin, but I'm going to assume it's an animal gelatin, which most likely could be pork. We don't mess with pork. So what you do is you unscrew it, you know, you loosen the capsule and pour the contents into a spoon directly. So you don't have to ingest the, you know.
The gelatin.
Gelatin. Feel me?
Which is made of a tablet out of gelatin.
You know? So, real quick, because this is important stuff here. This causes divorces. This causes infidelity. This brings about, this contributes to, potentially contributes to these different things. A lot of guys out here are impotent. I hear stories, y'all. I hear stories. I'm talking about guys.
Well, I hope you hear stories as a consultant, like a Dr. Ruth. Not as a,
I'm hearing stories.
Not as a guy who's laying pipe, you know what I mean, on the other side of the bed, you know, hearing the wife say, you know, Morteza, my husband can't perform, or Rizza, my husband can't perform. And, you know, you got that love appeal. You hope it ain't coming from that direction.
No. I mean, I am a staunch advocate of polygamy, but I'm not an adulterer. No.
You're not a home wrecker.
No. I'm a polygamy advocate. Yes.
Right.
I'm not a home wrecker. I don't get down like that. Never did. Right. Never did. Even when I was.
Yeah, we ain't gonna call you Dr. Ruth. We gonna call you Dr. Rizza.
Oh, I don't know. I know. Gonna have me arrested. They gonna come file charges and shit.
Yeah, you know, I'm talking about the sex specialist. You know what I mean? The health and sex specialist. You know what I mean?
But check it out, right? It's causing a lot of issues. I'm talking about guys in their late 20s and early 30s, impotent. That's some deep stuff. That's deep.
Yeah.
Like, it needs to be addressed. Real talk. So
that's true.
In brief, these are some key things y'all want to avoid. This is primarily for the brothers out there. Sugar, excessive sugar. Diabetics. If you know any diabetic who's a man, he has erection issues. If he's a diabetic. Sugar has a direct correlation to an erection. Cut down the sugar. Right away. Okay. In addition to that, you want to exercise. Okay. If you're overweight for your height and body, that can induce impotence as well. So all y'all out there who are just eating that fried chicken and just putting it, bake it. Leave Popeyes alone. Leave Crown Chicken alone. You know, Crown. We got Crown over it. Leave Crown alone. Leave Popeyes alone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Eat baked chicken if you're that hungry for chicken. If you're dying for chicken, eat baked chicken. You know, cut down your fat intake and exercise. A lot of guys become impotent, or the early stages of impotence, when you're overweight. Okay? You're overweight and you're not exercising. you are on your way to impotence. Okay? Now, in addition to that, you want to try to incorporate bitter things into your diet. Okay? So I'm gonna give you two things that if you can access them, those of you who are borderline, this will help you. This will help you, as well as it just being good for the overall health. The first thing is bitter gourd. Bitter gourd, also known as bitter melon. Okay, Indians call it Corella. Okay, it's a green vegetable, looks all wrinkled up. Excuse me, but it's very bitter, very bitter. Bitter gourd, bitter cola. It's a blood purifier, as well as it extracts the sugar content in your bloodstream. So you're gonna urinate a lot. Okay, but in addition to that, it cleanses the liver. So people who are suffering from alcoholism, this is a good remedy to fight the effects of alcoholism. Literally, this is a common remedy in parts of Asia, especially like India and Southeast Asia. This right here is awesome if you have a hangover. Okay, I don't condone drinking, but for those of you who may be on the, this is good for alcoholism. It's good for reversing the effects of jaundice. You know what I'm saying? Which is caused by having your liver being compromised.
Right.
Okay. If you have a high sugar content, blood content, this will lower it. If you're diabetic and you drink this on a regular basis, this will lower.
So how do you make this concoction? Do you have the way of making this?
Yes,
with this bitter.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, could you explain to the syndicate? Like how you going? How would you do such a? How will you make it?
Absolutely. You're gonna take I usually use 1 bitter gourd to 8 ounces of spring water. You're gonna take the bitter gourd. You're gonna wash it off, rinse it off real good. Get it good, rinse it off good. Cut it down the middle, and there are seeds inside. Take the seeds out. Now, Indians and Southeast Asians, they do a lot with those seeds. But if you don't know what you're doing, those seeds can give you an upset stomach and mess you up. So just leave them alone. Cut it down the middle, take the seeds out. Rinse it off again, all on the inside. Good job. Cut it up into small pieces. Take out your blender. Throw the cut up bitter gourd into the blender with 8 ounces of spring water. Blend it up. Then strain it, which is going to leave the pulp inside the strainer, and you'll just have the juice. Drink it down. Don't add no sugar, don't add no honey. You got to man up and woman up. Straight up. You got to be like an OG with it. It's like, I drink it every day when I have it. I was trying to grow it this year, but the season was, I started too late. Didn't have enough time. But I drink it every day after dinner. It helps with digestion. Again, cleansing the liver, lowering the blood sugar. These are things, this is preventive healthcare. These are things we got to do, even if you don't have any kind of ailment. Like I don't do this because I got ailments. Praise be to Allah, I'm healthy. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to be proactive in my healthcare. In other words, when diabetes is walking down my street, homeboy's going to pass my house. He's going to walk right by it. Oh, no, we don't want, no, not him. Leave him alone. He's got too much bitter. No. We're going to his neighbor. They're going to knock on the neighbor's door. Pop, 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 pop. Neighbor's going to be like, hey, who is it? Diabetes. Oh, where you been? I've been waiting for you. No.
Right. take this. Take this 10.5 foot up your behind and get up out of here.
I ain't going out like that, political. I ain't going out like that. I ain't going out like that. We should not be. Let me tell you something. When it's your time to check out, it's your time. But we do have a lot to do with that as well. I'm not trying to check out of here from something that's preventable. I ain't trying to do that, man. Nah, man. No, you're not going to catch high cholesterol, high blood pressure, diabetes. Nah, not me. Not me. Something else that was unpreventable, but not something that was due to my poor diet. No excuses. The second thing, really quick, the second thing is called bitter cola. Now, West Africans know this because this is indigenous to West Africa. Okay, Nigeria exports a lot of this stuff. Nigeria, Ghana, those are the big markets for bitter cola. Nigeria, Ghana, but all of West Africa is indigenous to all of West Africa. And it's a nut. It's a nut. And it is, okay, bitter gourd, the thing that I was just explaining, that's bitter. But bitter cola is maybe 3 to 4 times more bitter. There have been studies conducted in Nigerian universities by Nigerian doctors that have proved that indicated or proved that bitter cola is an effective treatment to cancer. There have been cases where bitter cola has reversed the effects of cancer and cured people. Bitter cola. Okay. Obviously taking so many nuts per day for a period of time, because one thing y'all gotta know, sickness hates bitter. Sickness, disease doesn't like bitter. Okay? So when you ingest a lot of bitter things, it makes the blood content bitter. So it's able to repel a lot of disease before it's able to penetrate you. In West Africa, right? In West Africa, in traditional West African medicine, they use bitter cola. If somebody is suspected of ingesting some poison, they'll give them bitter cola. Take some bitter colas. Or if you're afraid of eating something that may have poison or may be contaminated, you take bitter cola. The elders in West Africa say, if you want a long life, this is what the elders say. This is what the elders say. If you want a long life, eat bitter cola on a regular basis, daily. It's good with sugar, cancer, the whole 9. Bitter cola's gangster. Bitter cola's gangster. Gangster. You can buy it on eBay. You can buy it on eBay. You got some brothers selling it on eBay. Bitter cola. So that's the alarm. So our channel, me and Political P, myself and Political P, it's a channel that is not just geared towards global or international commerce, but it's, we're touching on a few areas, few different things that are affecting us as a people, and just general for people's not, even if you're not Black, okay? You could be from anywhere else in the world, okay? Where you could benefit from this, okay? So, there's no discrimination here when it comes to healthcare, but, so I mean, that's what it is. I mean, we can, this is actually a series. This is actually a series because real quick. Real quick, y'all. Hold on, bear with me. Bear with me.
We got time.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to miss this. Y'all don't want to miss this. All right.
Well, you know, you was talking about the bitter cola and certain like raw materials that you can find that you can extract from anywhere in Africa. You were specifically talking about Nigeria, Ghana. There's a lot of herbs and products that are more closer to our humanity as human beings in general, right, that is still untapped in Africa that can actually be extracted, and we can actually package those items and make products and services from them in collaboration with our brothers from Africa in general. Absolutely. So I think health should be one of the factors of the commodities that we should be able to invent, you know, extract, and show the health benefits as what you showed. There were people there, those products that you have, zinc and all that. There are people who've taken the initiative to do such. Not more than likely, the resources may have, the raw material probably came from Africa. So I think it's just another way of African Americans and Americans in general and people of the world in general, how to share the resources and to, of course, bring it over to the United States and help a lot of people who are having these health problems, specifically in diabetes and high blood pressure, especially amongst people of the diaspora, African Americans who, right, suffer the most. Do as you said before is high testosterone, you know, and of course, bad habits in terms of right, of you know, of the what do you call it? Their diet. Right. So, you know, Africa, they're not facing a lot of these issues. And you said bitter is something that's an enemy to sickness.
Yes. Yes. Sickness.
So these are very, very key points. Yeah.
You know.
So as we're doing business and we're thinking you go over, you know, all over the world, we should still keep it a factor before you go on, Rizza, you know, is to keep the reminder that we should always look out for our health and our benefit, because health is happiness. And you can't, you know, if you're not healthy, how are you going to spend your money right? How are you going to enjoy life? So there needs to be some discipline with that as well. Back to you, Rizza.
Sickness will destroy all your plans. Sickness can take you out. You could be on top of the world, man. You thinking you got it going on. You 25, 26. You done graduated from university. You got your graduate degree, master's degree. You were this, you were that. And you get sick. That's it. That could potentially take you out. End your story. You were big and bad a few months ago, but now you're in hospice. Real talk, y'all. For real. But in brief, I know there's a lot of in briefs related to health. Okay, male and female reproductive systems. Okay. No. Deep game, y'all. Deep game. Okay. See this author? This dude is heavy. You can YouTube him. He's from Thailand. Does Qigong and all that kind of stuff. All that. And he's big into sexual health. The health of the reproductive system in the whole body. Okay? This dude's a beast. For the fellas, as it relates to having sex, right? In bussing, let's just use that term, bus. Every time you bus, you strain the kidneys. Every time you bust. Now, Western medicine doesn't go into this. Okay, so you got to be careful. I tell my sons, listen, y'all, real talk. Preserve yourself. Preserve yourself for a later age. Okay, for when you're gonna really need it. I'm not saying to be a to Sullivan and to be a monk. No, within the context of what is lawful for us. I'm not saying to be a monk. But what I'm saying is preserve yourself. A lot of young guys out here, I'm talking to the young boys now, teenagers, early 20s, out here just blazing, smashing every day, busting every day. By the time you're in your late 20s and early 30s, and you continue that, you're going to start to develop serious medical issues. Spread your stuff out. Spread it out. Don't just be going in there willy-whiling. Okay? This is what the Tao is. The Tao, like the Tao. The Tao, throughout thousands of years, has been able to develop techniques, enabling them to please their wives and not have to bust. To preserve that vital force. Sperm is vital force. That's your vital force. That's your power. Okay? Which is why athletes, before big games, they're recommended not to have intercourse. Basically, because they haven't mastered the art of holding in your sperm, to save them from busting out. That's your vital force. That's your vital force. Okay? And it comes in through it comes in through your chakras from the sun, right down your spinal cord. And then it rests in your abdomen, which is where all your chi is stored. Okay? This is serious stuff, fellas. Serious stuff. In addition to that, see, we're dealing with science now. This is science. This is science. Ain't no superstition up in here. This is not dogma. This is not superstition. You feel me, big brother? Political P?
I feel you.
No superstition here. We don't deal with superstition. Okay? We come with actual facts. Okay? Medical astrology. Medical astrology. Okay? We're going to chop all of this up in due time. Okay? There's every organ in the body is ruled by a planet. Now, not today. We're not going to do this today. But I'm going to come out with some sources. I'm going to show y'all some sources. Real sources. Medieval sources. Stuff that isn't even in regular books nowadays from that period. Books that are no longer in print. You talk about the Moors? Y'all talking about the Moors? Well, we're going to pull out some Moorish books, Moorish science that are still in Arabic, that haven't been translated. We're going to pull that out. We're going to pull that out. For the skeptics, for those who are quick to call something blasphemous, we ain't into superstition over here. Ain't no superstition here. Ain't no dogma here. Anyways, we're gonna chop all of that up, because that all relates to. This is all hand in hand. All hand in hand. I mean, political. So what's good? What's good, my brother? I think regarding the whole.
Well, I think that's the main good topic you touched on, and I think that's an added value. It's one of our streams to the syndicate, as you mentioned to our audience. As we're going on this journey, we should always factor in health, and health from a preventive point of view, and application. And that's, I think that's something that should also be a part of course, the platform, which we've already agreed to. And I think Riza is more qualified in this, as he has over 20, 30 years experience. I remember him telling me and advising me on how to build up my sperm count back in the late 90s. So, I think we can definitely have the time to go into all of that. And that just to show that, a lot of our RZA 786 He's having that lifestyle. He's been having that lifestyle. And I think that's an asset to share for our audience as we're going on this journey to be healthy and to prevent ourselves from getting sick and to have longevity. It's important for our families and for our loved friends and those who are close within our ranks. And of course, to continue the journey to be the best we can be on this planet, and the vessels that God gave us, we should be serving him and answering his call by maintaining that the vessels that he's given us.
Well, family, we back. We didn't go anywhere. We just, this is all new for us. So we're just regrouping and getting ourselves situated. Bear with us. But we have a lot of, like my big brother political piece, so we have a lot of stuff coming at you. We got a lot of stuff coming, so just be patient. And we got some good content coming. Good content coming. So without further ado, please like, share, subscribe, comment, ask us a question. Give us some feedback.
And if there's anything guys can add, or any topics that you want us to touch on, we're more than welcome and open to do that. I think we have a pretty much review or idea or our advice or our viewpoint on what's going on in these current events, and how we can actually generalize it or summarize it and put it into points that really means most for us as human beings. So I think we want to open up for all walks of life and all sorts of people.
Thanks. All right, family. Y'all have a blessed night. We out. Peace.